This is a Queen the Greatest special in which we take you back to Queen's 1989 masterpiece, The Miracle.
The first few weeks of the recording, we did a lot of live material, a lot of songs, ideas came up, some jamming. We had a few ideas that were already prepared. I Want It All was one of the few songs that was actually written before we went in.
It's basically the four of us. If we ever deviated from that, then we certainly came back to it. You know, it's just the four of us on the record, and there's guitars, bass, drums, and vocals. And nowadays there's a few synthesizers and samplers and stuff thrown in. But we made a very conscious decision that the technology wasn't going to take us over, and we were going to keep the human element as far to the front as we could, and use the technology to preserve and augment that. Although it's a very techno-aware album, hopefully there's a lot of humanity in there as well. We think so. We think it's very exciting because as I say, we felt we're enjoying what we're doing. And the sounds reflect us as a group more than they have done the last few albums. You know, it's not like sit down with a drum machine and a synthesizer. You know, we played together and evolved things which seemed to excite us, and then built everything around that.
We seem to work together better now than we did before. We're fairly up and down characters. We're all very different. We have different tastes in many ways.
Here comes the bad news. Open the floodgates. Of course, we fall out. We have patches where we don't want to see each other, but we seem to be able to get over it. And you know, if we take time off and keep, you know, I mean. In a way now, it's embarrassing to say, but it is 18 years since I first met the other three. I mean, they were actually formed together and had the band Queen, and I think they had one or two other bass players. But that is 18 years ago, which is a long, long time. But that, I think, is the secret in a way. The personality-wise, everybody knows each other, and we can actually understand each other. 2 or 3 weeks before we finished, it was going to be called The Invisible Men, but then we changed it to The Miracle. It's a bit of a heavy title in a way, but it was from one song. I think the sentiment is quite nice in a way. A bit naive in some ways, but it's reasonably genuine. But mainly it's entertainment, and if people get pleasure out of it and enjoy it, then that's the main point.
It's a very rounded album. I think it's quite mature. It's eclectic, and it's got a lot of hard-ass, great guitar on it. I'd say go out and buy it.
I guess when people see The Miracle, I want them to see the cover and see four people almost indistinguishable from each other, and I'd like them to feel that inside that wrapper there's a group who has almost the same feeling. It's a very closely knit group, and we're very much alive, and we're very much out there again, and we want to make you smile.